Hey everybody, so today I am going to review my first ever crochet style, the one that I'm currently rocking, my faux locks, just to tell you my experiences with it so far, my pros and cons, and also what I do to maintain my style. So I've had it in for almost close to about a week now, so I figured, you know, while it's still looking all nice and things like that, let me come to you guys with a review. Throughout the video you will notice I have my phone, and I promise it's not that I'm trying to be rude. I made just a little list of the points that I want to hit so that I could stay on target and not digress too much. I have a little tendency with that. I'm trying to work on it. You have pre-made hair, such as the ones I have here. It's already in a lock position, so you don't have to do that extra work and do it. And you will braid your hair, your actual hair, and you will use this little, I don't know if the light messing it up, this little crochet needle, and you will hook it through your braid, hook on the extension piece, make sure the latch hook is in, and you just pull it through, and it basically makes a loop so that it's attached to your hair. So that is what crochet protective styles are all about. Braided my hair. So from my understanding, because we watched a few videos, she did some thick braids, about 4 altogether in the middle, and at the side she did some small, I don't think you might be able to see it because it's all hidden under here, but some smaller ones coming up, and then she brought them all together into like a band, and in the back she also did some small ones coming up. So you have the sides of fairly small braids, and in the center the braids are thicker, and you crown them all together to keep everything in place, you know. So that's what we did with the braiding process. Let's get into the type of faux locks that I chose to use. So the brand that I bought is a Havana, Mambo faux locks, and it's the 2X pack. And it says 2X because it came with 24 instead of 12. I noticed most of the ones at the beauty supply store, each pack had 12, so this one had 24. And these are extremely light, very light, which is a plus, because if you've done protective styles before, it gets to be very heavy. So they kind of look like little curls. I would have liked something that looked a little bit more authentic, but this made the most sense. It was, let me see, $10.99 a pack, and I bought 6. I initially bought 5 packs because I was trying to watch my budget. I'm in school and I pay for that, so I wasn't trying to spend a whole arm and a leg. And we started doing it. At the time we finished with the 5th pack, this whole section here was just looking a little malnourished. So I was like, oh man, I have to go back and get a 6 pack. So if your hair is fairly thick, or just if you just want full coverage, I don't think it matters the texture of your hair, I would recommend 6 packs, because for me that's what worked. And she didn't even use all, there's a few left over. So for the maintenance, what I have been doing so far is oiling my scalp. So I'll just simply, either with my jojoba oil, which I really love, or with this right here is liquid gold. My main choice scalp oil is specifically for your scalp, and I love that it has this little nozzle on it, so I will just separate and go through the sections and oil it, because even though my hair is locked up, you still need to make sure that you're keeping the moisture in. And also, if you have sensitive skin like me, I would recommend you do a apple cider vinegar and water rinse of the hair beforehand, because it is itchy, but my scalp is just real funny to anything that's not my hair sometimes. So that was my bad for not soaking them to make sure that, you know, any extra irritants come out, but I would definitely recommend you soak them. So for maintenance, that's what I do. Also, this bad boy right here, I saw someone on Instagram with a huge bonnet like this, and right away I wanted one, even though I didn't have my protective styling as yet. And I love it because number one, it's big and you don't have to worry about getting all of the hair in there. So I bought that at the beauty supply store as well, and let me see, it was $4.99, and the brand is Miss Remy Premium Day and Night Cap, and it's double lined, and it's an extra jumbo size. So it comes in a little package like this. So in the night, all I'll simply do is just put this on. Well, actually, I like to flip my hair like this to get it all together. Put this on like this. Oh, why are you acting up for the video? You don't do this in the night. And then I'll flip it up like that, and all the hair is in. I don't have to worry about it being all over the place. This usually doesn't happen. The cap is trying to act brand new because I'm on video. So, but yes, it usually all stays in place. So a big pro for me was the ease of having this hair installed. I know you guys can emphasize with how long these protective styles take some days. Like, I don't want to sit down for no 8 to 10 hours and have my hair braided up, your back hurts and everything. Ugh. So that is like the biggest pro, the easiness of it. And also, it's not putting all this extra weight on, you know, my edges or just on my hair in general. So with my hair being cornrowed up and you're just attaching this to that, I think it's definitely a better way to do protective styles, because you don't have to worry about it being so tight on your scalp the way that would sometimes happen when I would go other places and get my hair braided. I can't smile for a week because the hair is just so tight on there, and that's doing more damage than you want a protective style to do. So that's number one at the top of my list, the ease and the benefits of doing crochet protective styles. The second thing on my list is, well, I mentioned that already, the fact that it saved time. So how long did it take? My sister did it for me, by the way. If I cancel out like washing it and stuff like that, I would have to say about like right on 4 hours or a little bit less. So about like 3 to 4 hours, which is, and that includes blowing it out, because she blew it out for me, keen rowing it, and installing the Locs. So it definitely saves time. The third pro on my list, third and last one, is how lightweight it is. Other times that I've had protective styles installed, it is very heavy depending on what you put in, and I have a tendency to like thick braids, so I usually do about Havana twist. So this one does not have me feeling like my head gonna fall off my neck. It's just one thing on the list, because let me see if I could show you guys a kind of close up. So if you notice, it's kind of like twisted. Yeah, but see when someone gets coils done, how you just kind of wrap the hair around itself? That's how these are. And that's not an issue. The issue is if you handle the hair a little bit too much, if you get a little crazy and you decide to whip your hair back and forth like I did the second day it was in, it can tangle very, very easily. You see at the top here how, I don't know if you can see that, I hope you can, how some of it comes up, and it did that on the hair. And with those little pieces of hairs, you see that being out like that, they tangle up on each other. So sometimes when I went to move it, you would have hair sticking to each other like this. So that to me is definitely a con, and it's the only one that I was able to come up with. So to you know, lessen the fact of that happening, I don't know why I couldn't find the other words to word that, I would just simply take my little hair scissors and just kind of cut along where I see the extra hair, so that way it's not tangling up on itself, and you know, you have to pull it apart and it ripping. You want the purpose of a protective style is for you to get some length out of it and some protection out of it. You don't want to put in such an extensive style and you have to take it out in about 2 weeks. If that's what you want to do personally, then sure, but everything that I really wanted to say, and I didn't mention, but if you see the little ornaments, I bought this in the beauty store as well, and it was about $1.99 for a pack of 20 or 24 something. So, and they're very nice. I feel like it just added more to the hair, so I have it in the back as well. But yes, that is my review of my first ever crochet style, and I feel like it's the way I would want to protect my hair from now on. If I do have to add extensions, I definitely believe it's a better way, and you shouldn't have to endure slight damage when you're doing a protective style. So this is definitely a keeper for me. So if any of you guys have any comments, any thoughts, like any experiences with crochet braids, pros and cons, or even some tips on a better way for me to maintain it, to install the hair, I am definitely so willing to hear that. I'm learning and growing as I go with this natural hair. So thank you so much for watching, and if you would be a sweetie pie, I would love it if you like and subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your mother, show the cat, the dog, everybody who you want to show. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.